Hey guys, let's get more news about Miami Heat, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Clippers expected to resume play Monday against Miami. 3 minutes before tip-off in Denver, Clippers veteran Nicolas Batum finally put down his phone. The Clippers had a game to play against the Nuggets on Wednesday night as devastating wildfires were raging back home in Los Angeles. He was back on his phone at halftime, checking on his wife and child, who reside in Simi Valley. "I never do that, but I checked at halftime if my wife and kid were okay," Batum said Sunday. But that was a weird timing. The Clippers resumed playing basketball Monday night against the Miami Heat at the Intuit Dome as the fires, which began Tuesday, continued to burn in Pacific Palisades, Altadena, and Sylmar, 2 days after having Saturday's game against the Charlotte Hornets was postponed. "At the end of the day we are pros," Batum said. "We have a game to play. We have a game to win, so we've got to get back to it. We got 2 great practices here the last 2 days. On the basketball side, we lost 4 of the last 5, so we need to win tomorrow. We got stretches at home that we got to take care of. So, it's going to be a big one against Miami tomorrow." Coach Tyronn Lue called the past couple days a tough time for all of us. Clippers star Kawhi Leonard, who has a house in Pacific Palisades, left the team in Denver to attend to his family, which had been evacuated. The Clippers did not make Leonard available after Sunday's practice. "We had no clue the seriousness of what was going on. I know Kawhi had left the team for that game to check on his situation, but we didn't really hear from him," Terrence Mann said. "So, it's good to see that he and his family are doing good." Other staff members had to evacuate the past several days as well. All the families involved, friends, neighbors, it's been tough just dealing with every single day, just hearing about the people that's dealing with things, getting evacuated, losing their houses, Lue said. "So, we've just been trying to practice these last couple of days, just trying to clear our mind as much as we can, but we know it's a tough situation, tough moments for a lot of guys involved, and we are just trying to fight through it the best way we can. And the way to do that is to play basketball." The Clippers, 20-17, are looking to get back on track after losing 4 of their past 5 games. The Heat, 20-17, come into Los Angeles having won their past 3 games. "This is where we've come to kind of get away from life in general," Mann said. "So, it's been a good outlet to be able to come out here, be with your team, and just play basketball and do something that you loved your whole life and kind of clear your mind. So that's kind of what we use it as." Heat remind Blazers what they could have had in Damian Lillard trade and win. The Miami Heat defeated the Trail Blazers 119-98 on Saturday night despite Portland's push in the third quarter. Miami's balanced attack and strong defense ultimately overwhelmed the Blazers, and the Heat closed the game decisively. This matchup carried extra significance because of the drama involving then-Blazers star Damian Lillard during the 2023 offseason. Lillard requested a trade with clear intentions of playing for Miami and Miami only. Instead of taking a package that included Herro, Jaquez, and Jovic, Blazers GM Joe Cronin chose a different path, sending him to the Milwaukee Bucks for Drew Holiday and Grayson Allen. In the loss to Miami, Portland and Cronin were reminded of what they could have had in a Dame trade to the Heat. In Miami's 7th win out of the last 8 contests against the Blazers, Tyler Herro, the centerpiece of any Dame trade, was sensational, showing why he should be an All-Star this season. Despite struggling early in the game, Herro scored 32 points while making 7 threes. Herro is having his best season in the league, proving to be one of the best offensive threats in the league, while Portland's replacement for Lillard, Scoot Henderson, the 3rd overall pick in 2023, finished the game with only 3 points and a -17 on the floor. Nikola Jovic, who has found his groove as of late, finished the game with a season high of 21 points and tied a season high nailing in 4 threes while being a team high +20 on the floor. Jovic was not in Miami's rotation during his rookie season, which made him less attractive as a trade asset, but he has ascended ever since. In the last 2 years, Jovic has provided great energy attacking the basket, while this season, as you saw in the win against the Blazers, has improved his three-point shot. A versatile player like Jovic, with great length and athleticism, can fit great on any team. Portland last year was missing a young and athletic piece, and instead of getting Jovic in a Dame package, they traded 2 first-round picks this offseason for former Wizards forward Deni Avdija, a lot to give up considering Portland could have had their power forward of the future in Jovic. Jaime Jaquez Jr., in the absence of Jimmy Butler, has started to look like who he was in his rookie season. During the first 4 games of the road trip, Jaquez has averaged 16.4 ppg, including putting up 11 in the win against the Blazers. Jaquez was on the All-Rookie First Team last season, and given the opportunity with the ball, Jaquez is elite at driving to the basket, finding ways to score in the paint, and drawing fouls. The Blazers, a bottom 10 offense, instead of relying on the heroics of Anthony Simmons and Shaedon Sharpe, should have thought about acquiring Jaquez after his 4 sensational years at UCLA. Instead, they missed out on a young emerging talent who will be in the league for a long time. At the time, Miami's trade of Damian Lillard for a package of Harrow, Jovic, and Jaquez seemed like a no-brainer. However, now they are glad the trade never went through as the Bucks continued disappointing expectations with an older Lillard while the young guys are thriving. Despite the Heat offering a solid package, Joe Cronin said no and missed out on 3 rising stars. Heat predicted to trade for $60 million All-Star if Jimmy Butler stays in Miami. There's a realistic chance the Miami Heat don't move star Jimmy Butler prior to the February 6 trade deadline. The most likely reason would be if the Heat's front office and team president Pat Riley cannot find a return package they're satisfied with. In this scenario, the 6-time All-Star could either opt out of his player option and hit free agency or opt in and once again pressure the front office to explore deals. Regardless, the Heat won't want to waste what could be Butler's final season in Miami. This means making win-now moves at the trade deadline in hopes of competing for a championship the final time in the Butler era. Heat receive Nikola Vucevic, Talen Horton-Tucker. Bulls receive Duncan Robinson, Josh Richardson, 2031 second-round pick. Would the Bulls be willing to give up Vucevic for such a low asking price? Likely so, considering their desperation to move off his 3-year, $60 million contract. The Heat agree to this trade because of Vucevic's potential fit alongside Bam Adebayo. This deal allows Adebayo to fully shift to power forward, embracing his inner Draymond Green. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of Nikola Vucevic? Leave your opinion in the comments.